Now, on to a twist in the firearms saga involving ODM presidential candidate Jimmy Wanjigi. Now, a person claiming to be Wanjigi's friend now claims that he secured an out-of-court deal for Wanjigi to collect his guns from the Firearms Bureau, but the businessman has never gone to pick up his guns.
Michael Kibutha says Wanjigi appointed him to negotiate with DCI boss George Kinoti on the release of his guns. He now accuses Wanjigi of using the saga to play politics. But as Sam Ogina reports, Wanjigi has denied any links with Kibutha.
The self-proclaimed go-between in the Wanjigi gun drama claimed in a series of documents he tabled that the businessman appointed him to negotiate with the DCI an out-of-court deal. Michael Kibutha claimed Wanjigi handed him the authority to collect his 7 rifles from the DCI. Armed with this letter he says was penned by Wanjigi, he visited the Directorate of Criminal Investigations, George Kinoti, to negotiate the surrender of the guns back to Wanjigi. The DCI responded acknowledging the court order to compel him to surrender the guns. But he told Wanjigi through Mr. Kibutha that the said guns were not in his custody, but rather at the Firearms Licensing Board, from where Wanjigi could collect them on producing the court order. This apparently set off a chain reaction, with Wanjigi's advocate petitioning the Firearms Licensing Board to renew the businessman's license and facilitate the return of his weapons. Otieno Ogola advocates allegedly held the brief for Wanjigi.
Ndio hii Jimmy wakili yake aliandikia Bureau ikakubali kupea Jimmy Wanjigi bunduki zake na Jimmy hajaenda kuchukua. Kwa hivyo vile anasema ile inafanya nielezea hii ni hivi. Ile mambo yote anaongea ya Kinoti yako msikiza, Kinoti yako mpea bunduki zake, Kinoti alituandikia na kaita Jimmy Wanjigi kwa ofisi yake.
But Wanjigi was non-committal on his knowledge or linkage with Michael Kibutha.
That matter is in court. And I think the court gave a very clear ruling. I don't know why people are talking about things outside court. Because I understand it is still in court. So let us not talk about things which may be sub judice here.
DCI boss George Kinoti was sentenced to 4 months in prison for contempt of court over the failure to surrender the guns belonging to Jimmy Wanjigi. He has argued that the guns are not in his custody and should be accessed from the Firearms Bureau. The guns were seized from Wanjigi following a raid on his home in 2017. Sam Ogina, Citizen TV, Nairobi.